And then I went to Starbucks coffee. I mean Stars. It's called Stars Coffee now. It looks the same branding, same look. I got a coffee and I asked some people what they thought.
Я пробовал только капучино, получается, капучино вообще не поменялся. Ну,
I asked the barista if it's all the same employees, and she explained that it's everyone that used to work there. It's just a different branding name. But this couple seemed to notice a very serious difference. The tea and the vibe and the pie is all different now, they argued.
Ну, во-первых, здесь нет того вайба, который был в Starbucks, потому что мы были там 3 дня назад, грубо говоря, в Starbucks в Таиланде.
I'm Jeremy Lafredo for Rebel News in Moscow, Russia.
In late February, when Russia launched its military operation in Ukraine, Western corporations began to pull out of the country. Perhaps these companies were truly morally appalled by Putin's actions, or perhaps they were just virtue signaling. Because helping the Russian economy by continuing to do business in its market during the war could be bad publicity.
As Putin continues his merciless assault, the United States and our allies and partners continue to work in lockstep to ramp up the economic pressures on Putin and to further isolate Russia in the global stage.
Coca-Cola, Microsoft, IBM, Spotify, and Intel have all pulled out of the country, citing their concern for human rights. But these aren't the only companies that left. Among the most popular brands to leave Russia include Starbucks and McDonald's.
Well, McDonald's is selling its business in Russia in response to the war in Ukraine.
McDonald's said today it will be closing all of its restaurants in that country for good.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about today, Bertha, is Starbucks, the latest company, big company in this country to exit Russia completely as the war with Ukraine goes on.
There's a lot more American companies are distancing themselves from Russia. I mean, one of the major companies is Starbucks. They just closed all 130 of their stores over there. There's always Dunkin' Donuts, but Putin was like, "Niet, that's what America runs on."
McDonald's released a statement that explained Russia's invasion of Ukraine led McDonald's to conclude that continued ownership of business in Russia is no longer tenable, nor is it consistent with McDonald's values. Officially, the two fast food organizations sold their companies, but while I'm in Moscow, I thought it would be interesting to go to these places. Do they still exist? Has anything changed? Does it taste different? Do Russians miss the old and the real McDonald's and Starbucks? Do they believe they're coming back? First, I went to McDonald's. It's now called Delicious and to the point. Virtually nothing, aesthetically, has changed. The restaurant looks like a normal McDonald's, and the menu looks the same. It definitely smells the same. But is anything different? How do the Russian people feel about it?
Знаете, сейчас получше, свободнее, цены подемократичнее, обслуживание хорошее.
Ну, не знаю, честно мне говоря, Макдональдс нравился больше немножко. Внутреннее. Ну, поменялся, не знаю, может быть, не рецепт, может быть, ингредиенты поменялись, может быть, поставщики поменялись. Вот. Но он стал не хуже, не лучше, он просто стал немножко другим. Такой рынок потерять. Я понимаю, что если бы они остались, они потеряли бы за рубежом, наверное, больше из-за санкций, из-за того, что народ там по-другому настроен, чем мы здесь в России. Вот. Но у нас точно все будет хорошо, и обязательно к нам все вернутся. Поэтому мы на это четко надеемся и рассчитываем.
Наверное, нет. Не знаю. Да, особо вроде ничего не изменилось. Стаканчики скучные только. Вот. Белые.
Ну, как бы в старом Макдональдсе только ассортимент, может быть, больше был. Вот и все. Да нет, все такое же. Все то же самое.
Я очень редко ходила сюда, поэтому не могу точно сказать. Мне кажется, так же, как и было. Кофе только стал невкусный. А все остальное... Картошка стала не такая хрустящая, какая-то мягкая. Все остальное, мне кажется, так же. Ну, на мой взгляд. Редкий такой гость в Макдональдсе.
And then I went to Starbucks coffee. I mean Stars. It's called Stars Coffee now. It looks the same branding, same look. I got a coffee, and I asked some people what they thought.
Я пробовал только капучино, получается, капучино вообще не поменялся. Ну, разницы вообще не заметил. Вот. А так больше чего не брал. Но место мне очень нравится. Часто захожу сюда. Ой, ну, Сложно, если честно, рассуждать. Я думаю, вернется. Ну, если ситуация наладится, почему бы и нет? Думаю, вернется. Да.
Я не могу сказать точно. По вкусу то же самое, как будто. Все. Я бы очень хотел, чтобы он вернулся. Да. Не знаю, не хочу лезть в политику, но я бы не хотел, чтобы они уходили.
I asked the barista if it's all the same employees, and she explained that it's everyone that used to work there. It's just a different branding name. But this couple seemed to notice a difference. The tea and the vibe and the pie is all different now, they argued.
Ну, во-первых, здесь нет того вайба, который был в Starbucks, потому что мы были там 3 дня назад, грубо говоря, в Starbucks в Таиланде, и мы можем сравнивать, ну, по свежим следам. Вот. Но это совсем не то. То есть качество напитков, оно не соответствует качеству напитков Starbucks, которое там, всегда превосходное, например. Вот. А у Stars, вот малиновый пай с лавандой, латте. Обычный латте.
While US corporate behemoths and household names like McDonald's and Starbucks get out of Russia, one might think that nothing could ever replace these Western classics. But after speaking to locals, it seems, for the most part, that it might actually not be that hard to mimic the products of McDonald's and Starbucks. These companies left the country for many reasons, one being not to help the Russian economy. But Russian lookalike companies have taken their place, suggesting that the economy may be unaffected by the big brand's departure, except that profits are no longer repatriated to a foreign head office. For Rebel News in Moscow, Russia, I'm Jeremy Lafredo. This week I'm going to try to get you the truth on the biggest geopolitical issue of our time. I'm going to speak to Russians, Ukrainians, professors, soldiers. Now, doing this work isn't cheap. Between translators, transportation, visas, all of these finances have acted like a financial censorship mechanism that stopped the independent media from coming here and doing critical reporting. You can help support my work and also keep up to date with all my reports at RussianReports.com.